All right, everybody, what's up? Happy Monday, March 10th, 2025. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. The new day has just begun in the futures markets. That's how I feel every time the new trading day starts. I get very excited. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the analysis. I think it was pretty spot on across the board. Again, I'm not here to show you, hey, pick this level, take this trade, walk away from your computer, don't do anything, don't pay attention, and you're going to make a lot of money. That's not the point. I'm here to give you my analysis, give you my levels, give you the things that I'm looking for, and then you trade on your own and capitalize on this analysis, which is very, very good if you listen to what I say. There are so many people now inside the Discord who are using these levels, using the end of day analysis videos to structure their own trades, and they're going crazy. They're killing it. They're putting on such good trades off these levels because you know where the key reaction levels are going to be. These are the Vol Pro Edge key reaction levels that I'm laying out for you, and they really give you a good edge on your trading if you listen to the analysis and structure your trading accordingly, okay? So we had some great picks today. We will get to crude oil. I have no idea where it closed. I haven't looked yet, but that was my top pick from yesterday's analysis video. I said, look, indices, here are the key levels, bonds, I expect this, gold, silver, I expect this, that, but crude oil, my goodness, the daily was lining up a perfect short right into a weekly resistance zone. That's what you want. You want the daily chart lining up a pattern type of trading into a level that's in line with the weekly, the monthly chart, and you go with that higher time period energy. That's how you stack the odds in your favor, right? Crude oil just nailed it today. I can't wait to show you guys that. So with the ES, which is what we always start with, right? What did I say in yesterday's analysis video, okay? I said right here, that pink dot, I said, there could be a lot of support there at 5,700. There could be, right? But I said, I'm not going to do anything on ES, and I don't recommend doing anything on ES because I'm not sure if this support is going to hold or not. If it's going to hold, it's going to be a massive squeeze to the upside. If it's going to break, it's going to break hard to the downside. Go back and watch yesterday's video. You'll see that that's exactly what I said. Well, what happened? It broke. And when it broke hard. And we had a nice trend down day all day that if you're watching that key level at 5,700 on ES break, you knew, hey, just wait for some small pullbacks, get short, take my wins, and get out. This is exactly how you use the analysis. So now, what do we know about the rest of the week? Well, we know we just had a huge break of support. So do you want to be going long here? No, you don't. It doesn't mean that the market may not give a little bit of a bounce, relief rally. It might, but these rallies are going to get sold into big time because we have cracked through. Guys, look here, the yearly chart, right? And these are the things, I don't have time to go into all this teaching here on the YouTube end of day video, but these are the things that I'm seeing that are basically influencing the end result analysis that I'm giving to you. The yearly now, right? Big exhaust up. Even though we broke above these dots here, we're now correcting back to the downside. What's the quarterly doing? The quarterly is going for congestion entrance down, breaking through some key levels there at 5,800, right? We're going for congestion entrance down on the quarterly. That's a big shift in trend from up to straight down, right? That means that the monthly is going to break out into a new trend run to the downside, which is what's happening. And I was waiting to see what's going to happen with that 5,700 support level. Now we have our answer. So what do you want to do for the next 24 hours? Do you want to be trying to pick a bottom here on ES or NQ or whatever? No, you want to look for good spots to get short. So where's a spot to get short on ES? Say any rally up into this, 5680 or higher level, right? It doesn't mean you set a level and just walk away from the computer. It means that you watch your charts and you look for price trying to test that and then getting sold into like this. And then we head lower like this because now the daily is in a very clear, strong trend run to the downside, okay? And the weekly, sure, I can see some support down here at 5,500. The quarterly's got some support down here at 5,400. The yearly, we're not really, we got the yearly true average there, which might give us a little bit of support, but really 54, 5,500. The ES, the odds are, we never know what's going to happen, but the odds are this thing is going to continue now to be under a lot of pressure. a lot of pressure. And you're going to have people who don't have this analysis and don't have Vol Pro Edge who continue to try to pick the bottom, and they're just going to get, I didn't even have a word for it. It would be a bad word I can't use here on YouTube, but they're going to get smoked because they're looking to pick the bottom. Don't do that, right? So if you're going to trade ES, I would be looking anywhere up into this 56.80 area or higher. Now, are we going to see some kind of a short squeeze in this situation? Guys, anything's possible with these markets, but I don't expect that right now. I think the longs are the ones who are offside. They keep getting trapped. They keep trying to buy, and it just keeps going lower. So you've got to put your cards on the short side. It's just key. And look at all that support right there. Look, all these yellow dots. Boom, boom, boom. 57.20. All that support. And that was the support. I was like, okay, I want to watch it. If that's really going to hold and start bouncing, we're going to squeeze. But we didn't. We broke. So when support gets broken, what does it become? It becomes resistance. So there's your new resistance level, right? Look for this resistance on ES. Now, that doesn't mean that the daily one day won't bounce up and try to get a reversal going to the upside on the daily chart. But if it does, it's most likely going to get slammed right back down like that. So this is what I'd be looking for on ES. NQ is very similar. Let's go ahead and look at NQ. Let this puppy load here for a sec. Guys, NQ is falling out of bed. Same situation. The quarterly, we're breaking through that 19,500 area, breaking through that, 19,800 on the weekly right there. I said, look, watch. We want to watch that 20,000. We want to watch that support. It just barreled straight down and through. And now look, there's just no bottom in sight. So where do you want to get short NQ? Well, with my system and my course and everything, when the daily's trending down like this, you want to look for resistance here at the envelope bottom, the true average, the cyan dot right there, 19.8, anywhere up in there. That's the spot you want to look to get short, right? So would I short here? No, because go back and look at your charts. How often does this happen? And then this just goes like this. It happens sometimes, guys, like flash crash times, but the odds are no. You're probably going to get a little bit of a relief rally first. It'll get sold into, come back down, and then you're going to head lower. So this market is under pressure. You got to put the odds on your side by favoring the short side. We now have confirmation that rallies are most definitely to be sold. The key level in the NASDAQ is 19.8, ES, whatever that was that I just said. Let's look at the Dow. I think the Dow yesterday, I said, look, this is the one, the Dow and the Russell looked the weakest, and I called out some levels. We'll go ahead and see. Oh yeah, just nailed it, right? So it's exactly what I said here on the Dow. The daily chart, we're trending down. I said, look at these yellow dots here, right in the middle of the moving average envelope. And the Dow was my preferred weak market with the Russell. Why? Because look at the weekly. Do you see how we broke all that support right there? Those yellow dots. Those, I always do support in blue, right? Well, we closed the week below that support. So when this daily was pulling back here, that's why I said, yeah, the Dow, I think, is the one to probably go short on. Well, it worked on all of them, but the Dow was very, very nice and clear there. We're now at this support here on the Dow, on the quarterly and the monthly. I mean, we're at this key level, guys. I wouldn't buy this support at all. No, absolutely not. I'm just saying, what if this starts to give way, we might just keep heading south. So you're going to want to look to sell rallies here. Look, we closed below that dot right there. You got the other yellow dot there. So this trend line is well in play, middle of the moving average envelope, 42,400 up in here somewhere. These rallies are going to be extremely under pressure. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at the Russell, probably much of the same. Yeah, so for the Russell, you got to look for resistance up here, 2060. I think we talked about that yesterday, right? I said, look at the yearly chart. We're probably headed back down here, ultimately to 1800. Quarterly's reversing, monthly's breaking out, weekly's in a firing trend on the downside. Daily rallies are getting sold. Just continue to look to sell rallies, guys. If you just do that, you're going to be on the right side of the market, and you're going to save yourself a lot of pain from trying to pick the bottom here, okay? A lot of people are trying to pick the bottom. They don't have Vol Pro Edge. They're not using a yearly chart like this with super key price volume information telling you where we're most likely going. It doesn't mean it's right all the time, but when you look at the yearly, the quarterly, the monthly, the weekly, the daily, you plug all these things into each other, you get the edge. It's telling you where we're most likely to go, and that's the information that you can capitalize on, right? Everybody's like, oh, well, if you're not 100% sure about where it's going, nobody's 100% sure. This is trading, guys. It's probability. And if you stack the probabilities, the edge in your favor, you're going to be a much, much better, more consistent trader. That's what will help you get to consistent profitability, right? So it's just a no-brainer. So right here on the Russell, we are coming up to these, you got three of them here, these pink dots. I would expect, some support down in here somewhere. But look, we're not even there yet. So guess what that means? It means we're going there, right? Again, nothing's guaranteed, but I'm looking at the charts. I'm looking at the probabilities. There's a ton of information, guys, baked into these charts that when these key levels break, they're very, very meaningful. So, gosh, I hope you guys are trading well, right? All right. Because that's the goal. It's not for me to come here every day and go, well, you got to sell here and do that. Like, if I do everything for you, why would that make any sense? The whole goal is to teach you guys how to fish and do this so you can start making money. I mean, I could get hit by a bus tomorrow. I hope that doesn't happen. But if it does, and I leave you guys with something valuable, you study my system, you learn it, you learn how to trade it for yourself, use this analysis. That's the whole point, right? I get so excited about this. All right, let's look at bonds. I have no idea what they've done. I haven't looked at them all day. Guys, I'm busy working on the course. The waiting list is going great. I'm thrilled about the enthusiasm. We've got a ton of people there now, so it's looking like we will indeed launch probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks. My programmer's working on the trading view indicators. We've already got Sierra charts ready to rock and roll. We'll do the live trading room. I've heard your feedback. We'll do the end of day analysis, but for, once we get everything rocking and rolling, I'm going to spend way more time on these every single night and teach you as I'm doing the analysis what I'm seeing, because the concepts are going to be reinforced. What you're learning from the course, you're going to see every day in real time in the end of day analysis and also in the live day trading room, right? So that's the whole point. If I teach something and then I can't show you how to use it, it's not really valuable, right? So I can't wait to do all that, guys. Just a few more weeks. And believe me, when I put all this course building and company stuff and infrastructure, when all that's behind me and I'm just doing the trading, that's when I'm the happiest. But I'm getting this all ready for us and I'm super excited about it. So look here, bonds, they did what I thought, right? I said, I think the bonds are probably going to push higher because the fear trade is looking like it wants to continue. I said, if bonds start to push higher and stocks start to break, the indices break those key support levels, that's when you got a winner to the downside on the indices, because the fear trade with bonds are being bid. Bonds are going up. There's fear in the market. There's lots of people rushing into US treasuries. When that support level gets broken on the indices and you have the confirmation of the bond market being bid, it adds a lot of strength to your argument that you're going to keep heading down. So these are the things during the day trading, the live day trading room, right? Where I'm in there, I've got my screens. We're looking at all these markets. These are the things I'm going to teach you live in real time, how you're watching the bond market, you're watching the dollar, you're watching gold, silver, and you're trading the indices or whatever it is you're trading, and you're using them all together as one cohesive whole to make your trading decisions, right? And then, of course, like we've got our own patterns, types of trading, our levels, very, very key. But if you would have just seen the bond market pushing higher today, then you would have known. And I think I covered this in last night's video. I said, guys, there's your support on bonds. There's your pullback, probably headed higher. That's why I said, I wouldn't long stocks here. I want to wait and see if that support on stocks on the indices was strong. And it wasn't. And you had a clue today when that support level started to break down on the indices. You had bonds squeezing higher, fear trade, short the indices, or long bonds if that's your preference, right? Either way. So let's go ahead and take a look at ultra bonds. I don't look at the 30-year, but they're going to be the same as the ultra bonds. I'm guessing, yesterday the short end of the curve was stronger than the long end of the curve. But still, you can see here, bonds are trying to squeeze higher. I think the fear is in this market, guys. Bonds are probably going to continue to push higher. The bonds, the notes, right? The bills, the T-bills. So if they're going to continue to push higher, the only fly in the ointment has been the dollar. The dollar hasn't really been catching a bid. The euro is bid. But maybe something's changing that we don't understand. We got to be aware of that, right? So we'll look at the dollar in a moment. Anyways, right now it's looking, stocks remain under pressure. Bonds are looking very, very healthy and well bid. So the fear trade is nice and ripe and looks like it wants to continue, okay? So let's go ahead and look at gold and silver. You remember I said gold and silver. Gold had a nice short pattern, but then silver kind of threw me off because I was like, well, silver looks like it could kind of push a little bit higher. But I didn't say to go long those markets. I just said, look, the weekly charts on those markets are bearish. So we just want to see if this thing squeezes higher, that's where you want to get short, right? So gold, we can already see we ended up rolling over out of that resistance level that I called. I think if this fear trade stays in the market, gold's going to want to head back down here to at least 28.30, 28.30, 28.40. The daily chart's rolling over now. Probably going to try and break out into a trend run to the downside. So, you've got to be in favor here of, shorting gold into these resistance levels here, which today you have one right there at 29.15, 29.20, same thing, right up in here. That's coming in right at the middle of the weekly moving average envelope right there. The monthly finally is respecting that resistance that we've been calling for. And it looks like we're probably headed down here, right? Because the quarterly is also exhausting, looking like it wants to pull back. Yearly is way too overextended. What does this mean? We might be on the verge of one of these sort of liquidity crisis type moments where, people just, they get scared, they sell everything, including gold or whatever else. They rush into the US dollar and treasuries, and then everything else goes down, right? So I think that's what we're looking at. You definitely, people might be looking at this going, hey, gold, it was going up here like this. We went from 28, 40 up to 29.40, $100 move. We pull back nicely now to this level. People look at this and go, well, there's a fib 382 retracement there. Let's get long. No, let's not get long. Let's look to get short, guys. So I think you want to look to short any big rallies on gold. That's the way I like to play it. I don't like to trade momentum. Like, I wouldn't short gold here, although I could see this conceivably falling out of bed for sure. I like to look for a little bit of a move up into my resistance level, get short, and then, I manage my risk, have my stop in place. These are all the things you're going to see in a live day trading room, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. And that's really what sets this channel apart from everything else. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing live in real time every single day in the live trading room. And not to mention that I'm doing this live before the market's open, telling you what I think is going to happen, right? So this is what sets us apart. This is what's different, walking the walk and showing you what we think is going to happen before it actually happens, because we have an edge. We have something that works, which is, awesome. Super blessed for that. And, look, it helped. I studied under Charlie Drummond for many years, learned his system, developed my own, have a new take on it. Volpro Edge works. It's good. Nobody else is using it. Look at our charts. They don't look like anybody else's charts. There's a reason for that. Everybody else is doing bull flags and bear flags on the candlesticks. And if they're making money with that, good on you. I got no qualms with that. Make money however you can. But this is where we have an edge. All right, let's go ahead and look at silver here quickly. Let it load. Oh yeah, guys, we're off to the races here on silver, gold. I mean, it's looking very, very weak. Called out that weekly resistance pattern there yesterday in the analysis video. Beautiful. I said, look, my play, even though look, this is how you guys got to do this. You see, even the daily was trending up here. We pulled back and said, oh gosh, that could be a little bit of a pullback pattern to push higher, right? I said that. But did I say I would buy it? No. I said we want to trade in line with the higher time period charts. That's how you stack the edge on your side. You trade whatever your lower time period is. It doesn't matter. It could be the 1 minute into the 5 minute. It could be the 5,000 volume chart into the 25,000 volume chart. Whatever your time frames are, make sure the lower time frame, in this case, the daily is our lowest time frame because we're looking at the yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily. Make sure your lowest time frame trades are in line with what you expect to be happening on the weekly and on the monthly charts, at least. So coming into this week, when I'm looking at Volpro Edge here and I go, look, there's a lot of resistance, beautiful pattern, all this stuff I'm teaching in the course, that's resistance on the weekly and the monthly as well. Okay, so then when I get a daily, kind of teasing me to buy there on that pullback, do I want to buy it? No, because I want to go with the weekly chart and the monthly chart, right? So silver's looking very weak, guys. I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing just fall out of bed. Ton of resistance now into the middle of the envelope here on the weekly. You got our yellow dot there, which is beautiful. We're looking at, let's go ahead and give you guys a number here. Because, markets like silver, especially, when it goes, man, it goes. Like, it's like bonds. When bonds go, they go. It's not like the NASDAQ that does all this kind of stuff. NASDAQ's great, don't get me wrong, but gold and silver, bonds, they're very different markets. When they go, they go. So here you can see on silver, I mean, we've got 32.66. That's right at, a bunch of weekly key levels right there, monthly levels right there. And on the daily, oh yeah, I mean, look, you got the near low right there, 32.70. I don't even know if we're going to get up there, but it's looking very, very, very weak, right? So just this is the type of analysis you want to use to structure your trading. So let's not look at copper or platinum tonight. I'm tired. Let's look at crude, because crude was my top pick yesterday. I said, guys, indices, I'm waiting to see what happens. Sure, they look weak, but watch these levels. A lot of you did in the Discord link below the video. Join the Discord. A lot of cool people in there. Everybody's using the analysis. They're doing well. They're improving their trading. They're improving their patience. I mean, it's clear that this is benefiting people who are following the analysis, which is why I want you to follow it and for you to benefit, right? So join the Discord. Go to volproedge.com. Join the waiting list, right? So I can continue to see what you guys want. There's a survey there. When you take the survey, I see what you want. I see what you're interested in. And then I'm going to deliver that product at that price based on your feedback and what you're interested in, right? Like that's what makes the most sense. It doesn't make sense for me to create a course that's good for me, that's pricing that I think is good, when it doesn't align with what you guys want and what price you think it should be at, right? That's why I got the waiting list at Vol Pro Edge with the survey, so I can understand your needs and then help tailor my teaching and everything that we're doing here based on what you guys want. That's the key. So go join the wait list if you haven't already. We've had a ton of people join. It's awesome. Guys, I thought we would have like 2 or 3 people join. I swear to God. So I'm not using God's name in vain or anything like that, but I literally thought like we wouldn't have that many people join, and I'm thrilled. We've had a ton of people join, which means people are getting it, right? Like you guys are really digesting this. You're picking up what I'm laying down, and that makes me happy. That motivates me. That gives me energy to teach like this because you're understanding this, and we're going to save people from the furus, and that's the whole point, right? All right, so looking at crude here, go back in last night's video, and what you'll see is that I said on crude, I said, okay, this is the market I like the best out of all these markets. Once crude gets done loading, we all know that crude takes forever to load here, but it'll finish here in just a moment. And the reason I liked crude the best, let's go ahead and move this over here, daily chart, was because on the weekly, right, we were looking very weak. Monthly was breaking through that key support level there, right? And so then what did the daily do? Well, the daily was trending down, popped up. So then I got to ask myself, according to my system, my methodology, do I expect a daily trend reversal to the upside? No. If I don't expect that, because you have that strong weekly resistance, monthly support breaking, higher time periods are pushing down, then what should that mean? That should mean that that daily pullback there is ready for a sell. Called out that level in last night's video, 67.30 to 67.50 right in here, right? Because right there, my little dots. These dots are here before the day starts. And you remember when crude opened last night, we were sitting down here like 66.80. I said, no, that's my level right there. That's my level. And I said, if you were short there, you want to target down in here somewhere. And there you go, right? It's beautiful. All right, so what do we got for crude right now? Yeah, it's going to be under pressure like anything else. We got a lot of resistance up there at 66.80. It looks like there's a lot of fear in this market, guys, okay? So let's go ahead and cover natural gas. We'll finish with the dollar, maybe a little bit of corn, because there is somebody that likes corn, so I don't want to leave you out. And then we'll finish it off with Bitcoin, and I hope you guys use this to make a lot of money. And guys, I cannot wait to just get all the infrastructure stuff set up so I can just start trading in the live trading room. Like today in the live trading room, what I would have done is just say, okay, crude was my top pick, as you know from my video last night. All right, I'll set up my intraday volume-based charts on crude oil. I'll look for a pop into that resistance level. That's where I'll short. That's my plan. I'll trade my plan, stacking the edge in my favor. And you have a good day, right? Not every day, but when you stack the odds in your favor and you come in with a plan every day, you're going to have more good days than bad days. And if you can make a little bit more on your good days than you lose on your bad days, and you have a little bit more good days than bad days, that's an edge. You're making money. The probabilities are working in your favor. That's what it's all about. Everybody wants to come out here and never take losing trades, and they want to make these big wins every day, like all these furus and YOLOers on YouTube. That's not trading. Trading is when you have an edge and then you repeat that edge over and over and over and over again. And as you're scaling up, you're repeating that edge, you're scaling up your contract size. That's how you make money. That's how you reach the promised land, the holy grail, which there isn't one, but if there was one, this would be it in terms of the idea of trading probabilities is what you have to do, right? And I know I get very, very worked up over all this, but it's because I'm just so passionate about it, because I see all the crap out there. Like it's mind-boggling, and people eat that shit up for whatever reason. I don't understand it. But I'm thrilled that you guys are here getting this. It gives me motivation and energy. All right, let's look at natural gas. So nat gas was pushing higher. I said I definitely wouldn't short up there because we'd broken a lot of resistance, right? But now, guys, now that resistance has reared its ugly head. See, we have new information here on nat gas, right? Because Look at the monthly. You're finally holding up in here. I mean, guys, this on the daily, that I mean, that was taking out a lot. People are trapped here on natural gas. So you want to be looking for a move back down here on natural gas. I'd definitely be in favor of shorting natural gas. I mean, you got a lot of resistance here at 4.650. I don't think it's going to get back up there. I think the longs are sufficiently trapped. So nat gas looks very weak, and that makes sense. Crude oil looks weak. Silver looks weak. Gold looks weak. The indices look weak. Bonds look bid. There is a lot of fear in this market, you guys. A lot of fear. Let's go ahead and look at the dollar here. Let's let natural gas just finish loading here. We already did our analysis, but we want to make sure that all the pricing is up to date. And that's why Sierra, it's crunching a lot of data with, you guys see lines and dots and this and that. There's a lot of crunching of data underneath the surface that goes into putting those lines and dots on the chart. And that's why sometimes these take a little bit of time to load here. Nothing to do with my internet speed. I think I'm like 400 download, 40, 50, 60 upload megabits per second. I mean, it's pretty good speed. You're not going to need more than that, right? Anyways, yeah, so nat gas looks very, very weak there for sure. Let's go ahead and, yeah, look, we're already, yeah. Goodbye, natural gas. Sayonara, my friend. All right, let's look at lots of longs trapped there for sure. Let's look at the euro against the dollar. I hope for those of you, I hope you guys aren't one of those longs trapped in natural gas. If you are, just get out and probably look to go short because it looks very weak. All right, I'm curious to see here if the dollar was able to catch a little bit of a bid today against the euro, because that's been the one fly in the ointment. The one thing that's been just a little bit confusing is like why is the dollar not catching a bid when treasuries are catching a bid and everything else is under pressure? There's a fear trade, but that fear money is not running into the US dollar like it usually does, which is strange, right? But I would say now, my analysis here for the euro is, let's go ahead and bring this over here. By the way, guys, we're rolling here soon into the June contract for everything. Just not quite yet, but soon we're rolling into the June contract. If you don't know what that is, go YouTube, futures contract rolling. Right now we're in H, which is March, but we're rolling over to June for the currencies and the indices. That's M, right? The other, like gold, we're in April, which is J. Some of them were in May, which I think is K. You guys got to keep track of all this stuff. I got a cheat sheet, but I don't know. You eventually just learn when things are rolling over. There's no perfect formula to it. Okay, so with the euro here against the dollar, look, powerful trend run up. And now what's happening? We're coming back inside. Well, we closed inside the envelope. We got some resistance here. I was thinking, hey, we're breaking through some stuff. Maybe we're headed higher, but guys, with the fear in the market, I would have to bet on the dollar catching a little bit of a bid now. Something like that is what I would be looking for. And the dollar starts to catch a bid while bonds are pushing up. That's going to really put gold, silver, crude, the indices under pressure on rallies, just supporting our thesis of all the fear in the market. Okay. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. I'll look at corn just because there is, one or two people interested in corn. And then we'll go to Bitcoin. And again, once I'm done with all the other stuff, we're going to cover everything, all the currencies, all the ags, the agriculturals, the meats. We'll cover Ethereum, Bitcoin. What's the other one? I'm not a big crypto guy. I like crypto, but I'm not. I'm more of a futures guy. But anyways, we're going to cover all the major markets in great, great detail every single day. I'm giving you guys a taste of it here, right? And I hope I'm offering you value. If I am, please like the video, share the video, comment. Comments help get the algorithm YouTube to push us, right? We're getting a lot of views for the size of our channel, which means our channel is growing rapidly. Discord's growing, and that's because there's value here, right? That's the whole point. So anything you can do to help would be super appreciated because I'm laying it all out here on the line for you guys, right? All right, so here is corn. Yeah, I think I said yesterday for corn, this is a market that just looks unreadable to me right now. So I wouldn't do anything on corn, but you got a lot of resistance here. The daily's giving you some resistance here, but I still wouldn't do anything on corn right now. Let's finish it off with Bitcoin. Go ahead and let this puppy load. And yeah, other than that, guys, life is good. Had a good day dealing with lots of family stuff. My wife is 6.5, almost 7 months pregnant. We're getting ready to have the baby here in Costa Rica. There's lots of new things you got to learn about the healthcare system. And, we got a 5.5, well, she's not 5.5, but 5.25-year-old daughter who's kind of adjusting here, learning Spanish, just lots of stuff to deal with, right? So I'm kind of just balancing all that while I try and get the course and, you know, everything just ready for you guys. So when we launch, we're ready to rock and roll and I can just dial in, which, yeah. And I enjoy these end of day analysis now because I'm just getting back in the flow of, being consistent, doing this for you guys. And it's getting me into the groove of being on the schedule, which is important, right? Because you guys need to be able to count on me and I need to be able to deliver to you every single day. And that's what I do now. No, it doesn't matter if I'm tired. It doesn't matter if I don't want to do it. I do it because I need to do it for myself, my own analysis. And I know you guys are counting on it. I want to share it with you guys. All right. So here's Bitcoin. Yeah. Falling out of bed here. I think yesterday I said there could be a lot of support on Bitcoin at 78,000 was the level I called, right? And there was a little support there intraday, not too bad, right? But look, that's breaking down now. So with all this fear in the market, you got to think the weekly here is probably going to be headed for at least 72,000. I mean, look here, here, here. These are key levels, guys. On the monthly, probably going to break that. Quarterly, probably definitely wants to head for that 70,000 envelope bottom. Yearly is heading down. So Bitcoin's just not looking good, guys. I'd be looking to play the short side. This market is under a lot of pressure across the board. I hope you guys use this analysis and come into the Discord. I think we got the link figured out. If not, it's at Andy_Owings, just like my YouTube channel. Go find us on Discord. You'll find it. I don't think the links expire now every 7 days. I'm trying to fix them. But then every time I post a new link that's not expired every 7 days, I go back into Discord. It's like, do you want to reset it so it doesn't expire every 7 days? I'm like, I thought I already did that 5 times. Anyways, guys, you'll find us on Discord. And the most important thing, go to volproedge.com, get on the wait list. It's important that you're there because it gives me an idea with the trader survey of what you guys want. And that's what I'm creating based on your feedback, pricing it so you guys can afford, because as I promised, this is not a furu pricing model. I'm not sitting here going, it's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. That's not the way this works. So by you going and joining the waitlist at volproedge.com, filling out the survey, it helps me know exactly what you guys want, which is key, right? And then there are also going to be benefits, perks for people who are on that waitlist, because those are the people who I see like, okay, you guys really took it seriously. You filled out the survey, you answered the questions, you told me, a little bit about your journey with trading. I respect that. And I like that you're taking the time to do that. So I'm going to reward you guys with special pricing, special access, mentorship type stuff. I'm going to help you out extra. So go join the waitlist. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you tonight. I hope it helps. Good luck with your trading. Go in the Discord. We have an active discussion in there. We talk just beyond the YouTube hours of posting these videos, and you get a lot of great people, a lot of great insights. All right, take care, you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.